Here's Brody Brazil.
Hello from North Carolina, Jordan Peters. What do the Sharks need to do next? Let's go a little bit deeper on this question. I mean, obviously, the trade deadline is coming March 3rd. Obviously, some things have to give for this team. If they keep the charted course that they're on right now with the structure of players and salary cap and all that stuff, I don't know that they will see instantly different results. They've made some changes going into this season. Mike Grier has yet to really have a wholesale maneuver that's like of the wow variety. And I would have to think, can everybody hear that? Remember what I said before that it wasn't raining hard all day? I don't know if it's picking up on the mic, but sorry, I was a little distracted. It's really coming down out there right now. I think at some point, I think that there have to be the moves that clear up the salary cap space. I think the draft is going to be huge for San Jose. And as I watch Connor Bedard in the World Juniors, okay, all right, you got me. Now I'm really enticed. And now I really do believe that something like that could drastically alter the franchise's course for the future. I don't even know if it's next year. Everybody would think he might be ready, like literally next year in the NHL. But I mean, you need some of these wow things to start happening. You need a top 3 draft pick. That's a wow. You need probably some salary cap flexibility. And to get that, you probably have to move some players around, some of the wow variety, some things that you weren't exactly expecting. So I hate to pinpoint even one thing or the next. I'll tell you right now in the immediate future, one of their biggest deals is clamping down defensively. They're not going to be a team that can outscore their problems. And their penalty kill has been a backbone literally of all season. Their power play has actually been pretty good here in the month of December. I think it's 11 goals in 11 December games on the power play. But if you're going to keep giving up 5 and 6 spots and defensive miscues, missed assignments, last split second execution defensively, if all that stuff is going to fail for you, then the Sharks have honestly no chance because they're getting goals from Timo Meier, some from Tomas Hertl, occasionally from a Logan Couture or a Kevin Labanc or a Nico Sturm, and Karlsson obviously facilitating. Literally, Erik Karlsson has been part of almost half the Sharks' goals this year, either scoring them or assisting them, primary or secondary. Think about that for a second. I retweeted this. It came from Darren Stevens, Sharks Stats on Twitter today. I'll give him the credit. I would put it up here on the screen, but I'll just read it to you because it's equally impressive. Erik Karlsson has had a point on 44.6% of Sharks' goals this season, 50 out of 112. It's the highest percentage by any defenseman in NHL history. Minimum 20 games in a season. The highest percentage by any defenseman in NHL history. Now, up to this point, we're 37 games in, but that's one heck of a pace. 44.6% of the goals Karlsson has been a part of, like literally on the score sheet. In the immediate future, tighten up defensively. You can't be giving up 4s, 5s, and 6s. Quite honestly, even giving up 3s is tough for this team to have to outscore that. But that's one of their biggest things to do next. In the long term, like I said, they need some wow moves. They need some things that make you go, okay, all right. I think it's very apparent that other teams would want the services of James Reimer. I think he's a great trade piece for a lot of teams out there as some goaltending insurance. He's been fantastic this year, despite how team and defensive results have gone. And obviously, the team has some decisions to make with Timo Meier on a 40-goal pace. Was part of the scoring efforts last night. What do you do? He's going to be a restricted free agent. If you want to keep him, you probably have to sign him, obviously, before he gets to the RFA market. Otherwise, it's at any other team around the league's mercy of how much they would offer him versus how much then you would have to match for Timo Meier. And the Sharks are just not in a very flexible salary cap situation right now. I think the cap's only going up about $1 million or so. So, Jordan, to answer your question, near term, play better defense. Long term, hopefully get a good draft pick, draft well, make some wow moves. How the team looks now versus how they'll look after March 3rd with the trade deadline versus how they'll look opening night 2023. It could be 3 entirely different things. So we'll see.